Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Shashi, with you all on Women Dialogues Global Talk Show, the world's first global talk show where we bring individual life of women. We talk one to one. We bring their stories, their journey, their professional life, and how they are making impact in their life. So that way we are creating this, and we are creating a journey for us and for our speakers, for our audience. And in the same way, today we are connecting from our speaker who is originally from Ukraine, but currently she is living in Slovenia, Valeriya. She is specialized in marketing and media and communication. She is currently involved in a lot of different projects as a freelancer. And as you know, we are living in currently this marketing global media work. And I think it's very important for us to hear someone who is working in this field, who can give us some insight, some knowledge, and some challenges, what they have, how they've overcome, how they do that. And that's what we are having today with us, our very beautiful speaker, Valeriya. So welcome, Valeriya, on our Women Dialogue talk show.
Hi. Hi, dear Shashi. Thank you very much for inviting me. I'm calling all the way from Europe to the Middle East, and thank you for having me here. It's an honor, it's a pleasure, and I'm already excited to have a conversation with you.
Thank you, Valeriya. We are equally excited to hear, to share about your life, about your journey, about your work, to inspire and motivate our audience and our listeners who are listening us. So as I was talking about your life, so as you originally belong from Ukraine, you have moved all the way a lot of different countries. You have worked internationally, and let's talk about your early life journey. Tell us about your life, your childhood journey, as well as what it means to be that place, so people can know, our audience can know how it seems to be like.
Of course. Yeah, so I was born in Ukraine. I was born 1998, so I'm 22 years old now.
Oh,
And when I was eight, yes, when I was 8 years old, my family moved to Slovenia due to the work opportunity. So, I continued my school journey, my music school journey already then in Slovenia. So now I'm here already more than 13, but stuff to make a step forward and go out to the world, go out of Slovenia and try to live in another countries, another, cultures. So yeah, it's very excited for me.
wonderful. And when we are talking about since you are very young age, but in such young age, you have experienced internationally, you have experienced this, how it seems to be like moving from one place to another. What exactly would you like to share, how it feels like, and what kind of learning, or, we have to have openness for in our life or in our mind, in our heart?
Yes, that's true. Because, I moved to another country when I was 8 years old. So, you're not that mindful yet. You're a child. You just live your life, and that's it. So I wasn't actually thinking much of, oh, this is another culture. Oh my God, this is such a journey. I was like so excited and so happy, and so curious about the world, about different language, because I had to learn another language. And, it was very very exciting for me. But from the other side, I have also, went through some, let's say, cultural shock, because it's the other atmosphere, so somehow you need to get used, you need to learn how to communicate with people, how to behave in a certain country, so it's not that easy, let's say. So for me, it was a bit of cultural shock, but of course, after time, you adapt. So I think that when you're a child, it's very important to have like this support, from your family, from your friends, from this like little community around you, because uh as I said before, you're not that mindful yet. You don't think about that in a deep way, you just need some support, some time, and you will overcome that. But for example, now, as an adult that had the experience of moving to other country, that already had the experience working with international people, now, oh my God, I enjoy it so much. I enjoy different cultures so much. I have learned how to adapt, really, it's so interesting for me to get to know people from all around the world, because it's like reading books, like knowing more about their lifestyles, about their history, about their culture, because I'm also working in a cultural sector, music, theater, and it's so amazing to hear from other people about their art, their music, etc. So now I have to say that it's not shock anymore for me, but now it's like a pure joy, and
Mhm.
pure, happiness and gratitude to have this chance, to be around international people.
Mhm. So it's really interesting the way, as you shared, how from cultural shock, a small girl has developed in a beautiful way, international women who is always curious and interested to learn more about global, different culture, different people, different languages, and all, as you shared. Uh, so, Valeria, when we are talking about your life, your studies, your work. You are working for marketing, you are working for different projects in media. What exactly would you like to share more about your work and how you work with different people? What kind of assignment you have finished?
Yes, so currently I am a student of the last year of Media and Communication Studies, so I'm specializing in this field. But I started working when I was 14 years old. My
Mhm.
first job was in the theater, where I was hosting cultural events. I was presenting the actors, the musicians, I was like leading, the concerts and stuff like that. So I started as a young lady, 14 years old. I was in a high school, um, and I really enjoy this so much, like this, let's say, cultural sector, and also I finished music school. So in the beginning, uh, I was always thinking that I want to be a performer. I wanted to to write music, maybe to sing. I also play the piano. So when I was small, or teenager, I was always saying that I will be, a performer. But then, because I've done so many concerts, like so many, um, those art, projects, uh, it became interesting for me. How is this all created? Okay, performance is the thing that you already see in the end, of everything. But how this is all like, put it together.
Mhm.
So then I started, to be more interested in this backstage process, yeah, in the production, in PR, in marketing. How is this all done? So somehow then I made a step in this kind of in this kind of a sphere. So I was working on also on different projects. It can be any art or any educational project where I was part of production team, part of marketing team, part of PR team. We were also organizing different concerts here in Slovenia. For example, in 2019, we had a really, really big and nice project here in the capital of Slovenia, Ljubljana, in Grand Hotel Union. It's a very nice, very famous hotel here in Ljubljana. We had international event with 250 guests. We were collaborating with 32 embassies, and after that we also made an event for 5,000 people in the same hotel with all those 32 embassies, international, with musicians, also with performers, presenting the products from different countries, so different companies had chance to promote their projects, to promote their culture, country. It was very interesting, and we also planned such kind of a project for 2020, because the one in 2019 was very successful. But then COVID came, and you cannot organize the project for 5,000 people now because of the situation. So
Mhm.
currently I'm working also in the different companies, like I'm working on contracts. So now I'm helping, like I'm assisting, let's say, in sphere of PR, marketing. Also, I'm managing some media accounts of some organizations, creating content, websites. But like if I look to my journey from the beginning until now, it's always about communication in one
Mhm.
or the other form. Like if it started, like with art, with music, then it went like to production and event management, and now it transformed to marketing and like PR and digital assistance. But if you look to all of those, it's all about communicating with people, just in different forms. So I can say that communication is my passion, but it's also, I would be, courageous enough and say that this is my talent, because I really feel good in this.
Mhm. So, Valeriya, when we are talking all about your passion, your work in PR, in branding, in events, in media, in communication, uh, you mentioned it's all about talking with people, maybe in one form to another form. And
Mm-hmm,
especially when we are talking, you got different embassies on one platform and
mm-hmm.
bringing such big, people and all different cultural, different embassies. It's bringing like social, cultural, political at one place, which is always give you a lot of excitement, but same time a lot of anxiousness and worriness of uh, unwanted, maybe some clash or some
It's
maybe.
a challenge. It's a
Yeah,
challenge.
exactly right.
It's a challenge, but I am happy to have, that I had that, because I was doing this project being like, if it was 2019, I was 21, like doing, this kind of a big project, being 21 years old. It's a big responsibility, it's a big challenge. You don't know a lot of things, because
Right.
as you said, you're dealing with, from one side, you have artists, from the other side, you have public, from the other side, you have hotel and logistics things, and from the other side you have embassies. So it's not easy, but I'm so happy it happened, and it happened that early in my life, because I had chance to learn so much. And I have to thank to my friend Marta. She's the leader of this organization that we did this event, because I mean, she is amazing. She was such a great leader that me, even without knowing some kind of the details, because I'm way younger than them, like me, let's say a young professional, I was so fearless because of her, because she was such a great leader. She was so encouraging, that I was like, oh my god, I can do that. She was so believing in me that in the end of the day I was believing in myself, that I can
Okay.
do that, and in the
Wow.
end we
Mhm.
really did that. So I really have to thank for this, to my leader, and then she also became my very close friend. And I don't think that this all, success like is only for me or something like that, but this success, it happened because of people around me, and I'm very thankful for this to them.
Mhm. Here you talk about people around you. Here you talk about how they help you to develop and understand yourself in a better way. Maybe where we always try to ignore or accept that it's in me, as you said, by giving such example. Uh, so when we talk about people, your work with people, at same time having such great connection with people, and you made further more deeper connection as a friend. Uh, we as a women, and talking on this platform as a women dialogues, how you find all these are so important for any women or any of our audiences and listeners who are listening us.
What is the most important, like in this human connection for us? Oh my God, I don't remember the name of the person, but it's a very famous movie director in Eastern Europe. I really don't remember now the surname, but once I was watching his interview, and he said that uh, the most important, the most valued thing in your life is the person that is standing in front of you in this particular moment. you know and I really agree with that, because the people around us are everything that we have. We don't have anything else, we have only people.
Mhm.
And people are source of, I can say that other people are source of anything for me, because when I'm talking to other people, I'm also realizing something about myself. Some people show you how to do, and some people teach you how not to do. you know so I really believe that people are, most important thing in our lives. And I really appreciate, and I'm grateful for connecting with other people, because in the end of the day, it's not about things that we have, but about people we can call, we can chat, we can create a project, we can learn from, we can support someone, we can give, also our support to someone, which is very important because we are human beings, we are not here just to receive, but we are here to give.
Mhm. Yeah, here you really shared a lot of your, in such young age, your wisdom, your understanding about connection, about people, about being human, which is very important, and especially when we are talking about in current scenario where we got this global pandemic, we got isolated, we have moreover maybe physical distance, but when we are talking
Mm-hmm.
your work and your same way the understanding with connection with people, it really bring us a lot of understanding how it is important,
Mm-hmm.
because now whatever we have is not important, but how many people we have where we can talk to them, even being at home, and they can bring joy, they can bring a lot of things in your life even you are at home. So that's really important, and that's something you really got very important point about humanity and human
Mm-hmm.
values. uh, so, Valeria, when we are talking all these, is it something we know you learn in your different experiences, different way of connecting with people? But do you find any of your influence or some kind of learning which you gain from your childhood, maybe your parents or maybe your surroundings or maybe people who gave you such kind of wisdom or sense of uh, connecting or having value as a human to other human?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I was born under the lucky star, I'm saying, because, also this childhood experience, moving to another country, which was not easy, also taught me so much, I wouldn't be who I am without that. But then also, all my life I was so active already as a student, and already like now when I'm taking different kind of projects, I was so active, and connecting with other people really helped me. And I can say that I am born under the lucky star because of this experience of moving to another country when I was a child, and also to get that much people in my life, because from each of them I have learned something, like from each of them I was always, so I don't know where is it coming from, like this being active, like I was everywhere, you cannot imagine. I was everywhere. I was like sleeping 3 or 4 hours per day because I wanted to participate in every project that was, going on. So maybe also because of this, of this, how to say, of this wish, of this, need to be active, to go, to be curious, to look around. I had a chance to meet many people from different countries that told me their stories, and I had the chance to learn from them. But I have to say here one thing, maybe it's a step back, but it's very important when you were talking about humanity, and before we were already talking, about professions and job, etc. But I think that uh, being a human, developing your personality, this is your main exam in this life, this is your first job, your first obligation to be a human, to be a person. You can learn any kind of subject. You can learn marketing, you can learn economics, you can learn PR, I don't know, you can choose profession, but being a human, and living your life as a person, not as an animal or a plant, because we are human beings, we have our intellect to use, so I think that being human with an intellect and using it in a good way, it's your first and last exam in this life, and this is actually the most important exam in our life. This is the most important profession in our life.
Yeah, that's so true. And when we are talking about all building up human connection, being human, and having such kind of learning in our life and becoming that way, that it can give us fulfillment of our purpose of our life. You shared great example by your work, by your positive attitude, and every way you. It's some sort of way you are creating your own way to have your leadership. So, if may I ask, how you define your leadership quality?
Oh my God. This is a question to think about, because uh, it's a very big responsibility to be a leader, it's not about being a CEO of the company. It's not about that, being the leader, like affecting other people's way of thinking and way of doing. It's a very responsible thing. Mm, but for me now, for example, maybe being 22, and if I would be a leader now at my 22, I would say that the most important components of my leadership would be um, being open-minded, being trustful, uh, being courageous, um, being passionate, um, and being loving, because
Right.
without loving your job or people or around you, or even yourself, your life, it's very hard. It's not life then, it's just existence. But if we are talking about life and leadership in life, then it's all about, being courageous, being loving, being passionate.
Mhm. And when we are talking all about creating and leaving impact in some sort of way, as maybe finding your own way to think that, okay, as a leader, I need to, I'm supposed to do that. How you
Mhm.
find having such kind of talk show like Women Dialogue is so important or needed?
Yes, yes. I do find it very important, because also you are the leader, because leadership is not a position, like being a leader is not a position, it's an action. So you also, by creating this action, by doing this, it's a pure leadership. And what is also important, is it positive or like is it positively or negatively affecting leadership on also other people? So I think that the answer is clear here. You're connecting with people, you are presenting them to others, you are sharing stories, you are giving support. So I think, that it's the best kind of leadership. It can be in a small dose or in a big dose, it's not that much important, but important is your action and your motives for that, and I'm sure that your motive is, pure and clear and good.
Thank you. Thank you for having such faith and such a strong feeling about me or about women dialogue. And at the same way, we always want, as we have represented more than 58 countries, women, and the journey is going on. But we would like that these individual speakers, they grow and develop, but same time, not only individual speaker, but by sharing their life journey, their work, allow others as an audience and speaker to grow and develop and learn from their life journey as a speaker. Those are sharing maybe same way something they will find answer which they are looking for, because we all have challenges, we all have our own journey, but same time
Mhm.
sharing these experiences and our journey can be inspiring and motivating for many others. So thank you, Valeriya, for sharing your work, your journey, and your experiences and understanding about humanity and being human, which is so important, and for everything which you shared on this platform, on this movement. I'm really thankful for that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed, this connection, because look, we are in the different parts of the world, but we found each other, and inspire each other. So I think it's a gift. And maybe to sum up, my, let's say, way of thinking for now, at this moment of my life, I really want to share and to say to those who will be watching us, that people around us, around you, are the most important treasures, and actually the only treasures that we have in this life.
Beautiful, and thank you. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you.
And thanks to all our viewers who are listening and watching us. As you know, we are here to create a platform where we find support, we find a purpose, where we find growth and motivation and inspiration. And that's what it's all about Women Dialogue. Women Dialogue is a platform. It's a world first platform. It's in your own unique way where we share our speakers' life journey, their work journey, to share their challenges, their inspiration, their spark in their life, to give you those moments in your life as well where you can feel, you can realize and learn from their and these speakers' life. So as you know, we try to bring different kind of sectors, different kind of field our speakers. And if you find our today's speaker, Valeriya, is related to your work, it fulfill your purpose, I'm going to put her detail in the description as well. Connect with her. If you feel you need to learn more, you need to find some reason to understand more, feel free to connect with her. Along with that, find your inspiration and motivation. With this same note, I just would like to say thank you. Thank you for being with us in this journey that we have come so far. With this same note, I will come with new inspiration, new motivation next time. Till then, take care. Bye bye.